In a Nuzlocke, any Pokemon you fight can be scary. When one crit or missed input can mean the death of a beloved companion, there really is never a time when you can rest easy. But not every enemy is made equal, and in each game there are some Pokemon you'll have to fight that are so strong the fear is palpable. Although in the course of a playthrough you might face off against dozens or even hundreds of foes, only a select few can be the scariest. And that's what we'll be deciding today. Hello everyone, this is PokePhenomenal. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Mike.
And today, we're going to be turning our gaze to Fire Red and Leaf Green once again, to present you with what are, in our opinion, the 10 scariest individual Pokemon you'll have to defeat in order to win a hardcore Nuzlocke of the game. So strap in, turn down the lights, and let's get into it.
First, we want to list 5 honorable mentions who didn't quite make the list. All of these Pokemon are decently strong, and although seeing them pop up on your enemy side of the field is sure to send a chill down your spine, they don't quite pack the run-ending punch of the Pokemon in the top 10 proper. In no particular order, here they are. Lorelei's Lapras. A strong Pokemon with a good typing and a chance to inflict status effects, this Pokemon just doesn't have an oomph factor to take it over the edge, and often falls to the same strategy you'll use on the rest of its teammates.
Blue's Arcanine. A great Pokemon all around, with a good moveset and incredible stats, this Pokemon is unfortunately held back by its pure fire typing, and doesn't offer much to Blue's overall team.
Bruno's Machamp. Although a devastating physical attacker, this Pokemon suffers from being a one-trick pony that can't stand up to flying and psychic types.
Broxonix. A terrifying opponent when your encounter luck is bad, this Pokemon can end any run almost before it's begun. But, on the other hand, a single drop of water or blade of grass will destroy him, which kept him from breaking into the top 10.
Giovanni's Kangaskhan. A jack-of-all-trades Pokemon that's difficult to deal with, but also doesn't offer much in terms of spectacular strengths. These Pokemon are all very good, and you'll still have to approach them with some form of strategy, but it's hard to say that they instill the same level of fear in a Nuzlocker as any of the upcoming Pokemon. They're more like teasers, simple jump scares to get you ready for the main event. With them out of the way, let's see the list.
Number 10. Koga's Muck. Koga's Muck might have one of the best setup movesets in the entire game, with Minimize, Toxic, and Acid Armor guaranteeing that he doesn't even need to hit you with a damaging move to make your run more difficult. Whether you like it or not, chances are this thing will poison one of your Pokemon, rotting away any strategy you may have prepared. And, with decent overall defenses, even landing a hit through Minimize never guarantees a KO, allowing it to tear through your team with Toxic while boosting its defense with Acid Armor. Although it is strong, its low speed and weakness to the ground and psychic types create a chink in the armor, which is why we feel we can't place it any higher than the bottom of the list.
Number 9. Lance's Aerodactyl. Lance's Aerodactyl can be a scary opponent, especially when considering that Lance is the final Elite Four member. This means that you'll have to face him in whatever condition you ended up in after defeating the rest of the Elite Four. Rock Flying is a good type combination, and a lucky Omniboost from Ancient Power is always a threat. It's a fast attacker that can easily finish off your team if you don't have an answer to it. However, it is also a bit of a glass cannon, and a decent Pokemon that knows Surf or Ice Beam should be enough to take care of it.
Number 8. Lance's Dragonite. Lance makes it onto the list once again, and it's probably no surprise that it's the Dragonite that's doing so. The only pseudo-legendary in the game, this Pokemon is carried by its stats, boasting both great bulk and a strong attack stat that can threaten nearly any Pokemon it finds itself matched against. Although its moveset does leave a little something to be desired, Outrage can never be taken lightly, and with some bad luck, it's not impossible to imagine a scenario where you lose an entire team to its rage. The only thing that holds it back from being placed higher is its type, with the addition of the flying type also adding a double weakness to ice that makes Dragonite easier to deal with than might be fair.
Number 7. Blue's Alakazam. Anyone who's journeyed through Kanto knows just how powerful the psychic type can be, and Alakazam is its poster child. While Sabrina's is certainly formidable, we chose Blue's Alakazam because you have to face it, both as a Kadabra and Alakazam, multiple times throughout the game. It's incredibly fast, and boasts a high special attack, meaning it can potentially sweep your entire team. Psychic is weak to Bug and Dark, but there aren't many good moves to take advantage of this weakness, which helps Alakazam survive just a bit longer and do that much more damage to your team. With Future Sight, Alakazam's visions will continue to haunt your run, and although you can often defeat it with a strong physical attacker, Alakazam is never a Pokemon to be taken lightly.
Number 6. Blue's Pidgeot. Pidgeot may not be the strongest, or even the second strongest bird in the game, but that doesn't stop Blue's Pidgeot from being an absolutely terrifying foe. It has what is above and beyond the best interruption moveset in the game, with Sand Attack, Feather Dance, and Whirlwind guaranteeing that the fight will go the way he wants it to, and not the other way around. Additionally, Aerial Ace has 100% accuracy, meaning that nothing you do can stop it from chipping away at your health in the opening stages of the battles in Silphco, Route 22, and the Elite Four. Pidgeot also tanks better than you would think, and as it is often the target of Blue's healing items, there's rarely a run where you won't have to account for this Pokemon time and again, a quality which has helped secure it the number 6 spot on this list.
Number 5. Blue's Gyarados. There's a reason many people ban Gyarados from their Nuzlockes, even in Fire Red Leaf Green, where its true potential is limited. Its bulk and power make it a difficult foe to overcome. Lance's Gyarados may be scary, but Blue's Gyarados is on another level, existing as a constant obstacle that you must overcome in your run. You will often be at a disadvantage with Intimidate, and it can deal a massive amount of damage. Even a move like Dragon Rage can lead to tragedy early in a run, and while it does have a 4x weakness to Electric, its considerable bulk can sometimes help it to survive a non-stab Electric move. However, this weakness is still a major one, which contributes to its placement in the middle of this list.
Number 4. Blue's Venusaur. Although all of the Kanto starters are relatively strong, one rises above the rest, and in doing so has secured a place in the upper half of this list. If you're unlucky or foolish enough to choose Squirtle as your starter, you're also equipping your rival with a Pokemon that will be and remain scary throughout your entire run. Running Sleep Powder and Leech Seed, there's never a safe fight with Venusaur, a Pokemon whose unnatural speed makes it likely that your Pokemon will be incapacitated before they even have a chance to fight. Venusaur also sports quite a bit of bulk, which is only bolstered by the health it regains from Leech Seed, and due to this, even fire and flying types can struggle with securing a KO. And its prowess doesn't end at defense. With the addition of growth to its moveset at the end of the game, Venusaur becomes an absolute unit of an enemy, and one that you will always need to have an answer for.
Number 3. Surge's Raichu. It might be surprising to see Surge's Raichu placed this highly on the list, but we felt it was warranted. Electric types are weak only to ground, and while you will have access to the Dig TM and a Diglett encounter before the fight, Raichu's surprising bulk means that you may not be able to take it out in one shot. This is particularly scary when you consider that Raichu is a Pokemon that is very fast and strong relative to your own team at this point, and one that can paralyze you and raise its evasiveness with Double Team. Additionally, the level cap in a hardcore Nuzlocke really limits your options on how to deal with it. Dig and Diglett are your saving graces, but even they may not always be enough.
Number 2. Agatha's Gengars. For the number 2 spot on this list, we have the devious double team of Agatha's Gengars. Aside from the fact that there are 2 of them, there are plenty of reasons to be spooked by these opponents. Between them, they share a horrifying arsenal that consists of Double Team, Confuse Ray, Toxic, Hypnosis, and Nightmare. Essentially, these things were made to cause you as much pain as possible, and this is something in which they often succeed. Gengar is fast and strong, with generally great stats and a typing that has few weaknesses outside of the Psychic type. The second Gengar has a Citrus Berry, and Agatha will also generally focus her healing on one of her Gengars, meaning these troublemakers are here to stay and continue to plague your Elite Four runs, the devilish grin never fading from their faces.
Number 1. Misty Starmie. For those of you who watched our gym leader ranking, this shouldn't come as a surprise. Misty Starmie is easily the scariest Pokemon you'll have to face in a Fire Red Leaf Green Nuzlocke. It's incredibly fast, shockingly bulky, and powerful to boot. Its moveset will send a chill down even the most experienced player's spine. Water Pulse can confuse you, Swift never misses, and Recover keeps it alive when you need it dead. Your best option is Ivysaur, and even that can always save you. Out of all the enemy Pokemon in the game, Starmie has the highest potential to end your run just as you're hitting your stride, and for that reason, we have no choice but to grant it the number 1 position. So, what do you think? Have you ever found yourself struggling to fight these Pokemon, cowering as they sweep your carefully crafted team and leave you with nothing but the crushing knowledge of a run failed? We know we have, but if there's anything you disagree with or think we missed, we would love it if you could comment and give us your thoughts, and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. I also want to encourage you to check out our channel, if you haven't yet. We regularly upload challenge runs, discussions, and more. If that type of content interests you, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on everything we do from here. Thank you very much for watching, I hope you all have a great day, and remember, stay phenomenal.